and even on earth. When the imperialists and the colonialists thought they could swallow the whole African continent, blood and bones, by your stubbornness, show them their homes in Europe, and they come back impossible. But until our souls experience your demise, everything has become so possible. Nkrumah, the old pages we left on our economic gauges are now growing under the lifespan of foreign aid. Our fingers are now under the crushing teeth, so they fear to drive them away. Our economy is hanging around crutches of debility, so there is no stability to say we are economically free forever. We are now negotiating with possibilities. Nkrumah, in the beauty of thought, I found myself in the wilderness trying to imagine the length of our loss. Now, we now depend on foreign aid. We have no option than to follow their way. We have no opportunity than to choose from their options. Nkrumah, I have a little hope that gazes at me on my machete bed at night. If an African child should smile, then there is a hope that I shall soon report to you my next letter. I do not come here to wake you from your grave, but I come here to remind you of how the Ghana you left for us is progressing. I am the linguist who said from the palace of many lions. I'm a son of the soil, a poet of your time. You see, my mother told me that when you go into a house of an elder, you need to knock. And I presume that there are elders here. And so, I go. Whoever that is trying to walk into our dreams this morning should wait. Because we have a lot to tell, and not it's all about history. I am not here to tell you a story of my birth, but I am here to tell you a story that caused my birth. So you see this boy growing into a fully grown man? The same way when we bury seeds beneath this earth, they will grow best and fruit and save us by grace, even if they are carelessly embraced. Around here, you see the stones that the builders reject? They normally becomes an integral part of the building, and that is the story of my birth. This boy must be born to serve, in the voice of an old grandmother whose soul is gone to rest. Mamaga, may your soul be at rest. Because the talisman on the waist of the pregnant woman could not birth her wonder boy, and that is me. So gatherings of men has to feast the night with chant and strongly. That is what they believe in. What at the person yaman chat the perklikwe? You see where my umbilical cords were buried? It is a place of the jungle. Even the skin of a cobra changed to that of a zebra. You dare not say abracadabra. Nonetheless, those who whip our bars because we write on their walls with charcoals and crayons do us any harm. But rather, we have gathered these painful memories to carve words on our curls and parchment. So they say, we are writers of a generation. And I say, I am the linguist who said from the palace of many lions. I am a son of the soil, a poet of your time. Happy Founders Day. But they say, happy Nkrumah's Day. I'm Sefashi. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us as well. I mean, in the first place, what does your name mean?
Sefashi means God has opened his hands.
Oh, God has, is Ewe?
Yes, please.
God has opened his hands. Beautiful piece there, a mix of so many different things. I mean, you talk about Nkrumah and everything that he went through,
yes,
and you kind of relate that to the situation surrounding you and us as Ghanaians. What inspired this piece?
Oh, okay. I actually recount the story that I was told when I was given birth because, so this piece actually, I actually wrote this for my mother, so the copyright is for mother.
Okay.
Yes, because she told me the story, and in that regard, I have to, give her that. And so my birth and where I grew up from, my hometown and the culture and other things, elements in that environment inspires me to write the poetry that, are more of emotions and other things.
And all other things. But how do you feel about the impact that Nkrumah has had? Not on Ghana or on the world, but as on you, and as a poet, as a young man that's coming out.
Yes, Nkrumah's inspiration has been that of something that we cannot do away with, because in general, Nkrumah has, cut across Africa and even the world. He has project that form of, integrity and also belongingness and Africanism. And so as a poet and as a young poet, I feel like I belong here. And that is the main reason why I normally insert some parts of my dialect into my poetry pieces, so that I don't feel that I'm that kind of, a foreign person or no. I need to feel that part of Africa in my pieces as well.
Okay, so you are, how did you decide to become a poet? Something you decided? Is it something that
Okay, it's actually not a decision. It's something from when I was young. I think I recited the first poetry when I was in P6. And so that came up. I recited people's poem from primary to JHS. SHS, I started to write my own poetry. And after SHS, I became my own writer and author of most of my pieces. And
so you wrote this one inspired by your mother?
Yes, please.
Or for your mother. Well, good morning, to Sefashi's mom, if she's watching us this morning. Well, thank you so much. I mean, I'm sure we'll have you on a little later, maybe for another one.
Sure.
But thank you so much. That was really beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so that was Sefashi with his spoken word about Nkrumah and everything that Nkrumah means to him concerning the land of his birth and the story of his birth. And of course, Nkrumah means a lot to us as Ghanaians. And so it's always amazing when we're able to articulate the way that we feel about Nkrumah, especially on a day like today.